Hey guys, Stacy here. Some of you asked for the edit of this picture, so I'm going to show you really quickly how I would do that. The first thing I want to do is just fix a couple of these creases in the background, so give me a quick second to do that. I'm using Content Aware Fill to fill those in. Okay, I have already selected my subject and put them on a new layer. The way you do that is go to Select and then Subject. It takes a minute, so I went ahead and had that done for you. Those are on a new layer here. I did the little girl as a layer and then the castle as another layer. Now I'm going to click back on my background copy, and we are going to be using the paintbrush tool. And then when you click on the paintbrush tool, if you scroll down, there are different size splatters. We're going to use all three just to kind of replicate this sand that you see in the backdrop. What we want to do is try to blend the sand that's in the backdrop with the tan blanket and make it look kind of seamless. So I'm going to just start sampling some of these colors that's in the sand. You're going to do that by hitting Alt, and then you get this eyedropper. I'm going to try to get like one of these darker colors to start. And we're just going to start painting about a third of the way down that tan blanket. And then I'm going to sample a new color, and I'm just going to keep doing this until it looks speckly just like the backdrop. And it is totally okay if it goes off into the water or gets on her or the castle or anything like that, because we are actually going to mask that off in a little bit and we'll clean everything up. So all I'm doing right now is just sampling different colors from the sand and kind of getting a base. All right, so that's pretty good. Now I'm going to use a different splatter just so it's not all the same. And this one looks to be like a lot fuller. So I'm going to have to be quick with this one. Yeah, I don't want to use this one too much. I want to splatter that really fast. And then we'll try the last one here. Just kind of paint it in, get a couple different colors going. Okay, and then the last color we want to use is the actual blanket. And we want to make this kind of bigger. Maybe not that big. And just kind of play with it. I'm going to use this one that's kind of spread out a little bit more. There we go. And then you just kind of blend this all in. So I'm sampling the blanket color now and trying to blend that into the sand that I have painted. You'll notice that I'm losing some of the shadows right here. So you can paint some of that in, but I'm actually going to probably mask that off and try to get some of those shadows back when I delete some of in the mask. I can delete some of that. Okay, that looks pretty good. I may over here want to make this a little darker because this is a shadowed side. So I'm going to just add in some darker sand on this side. All right, I think we are ready to make our mask. I'm also not real happy on the left here. I feel like it's a little too speckled, like it looks just too fake. So hopefully the mask will fix that. You're going to mask that off right there and make sure you go back up to your regular brush. Okay, make it pretty big. I'm going to lower the opacity and start to brush off some of this shadowed part where I didn't like it. That's looking better. Same right here between her feet and the castle. Try to get some of those shadows back. Then I'm going to up the opacity all the way because I don't want any of these weird speckles down at the bottom. And I don't want speckles in the water. There we go. This is looking pretty good. And then the only thing I have left to do now, let's see. I'm actually gonna just kind of brush this off a little bit more with the light opacity brush. And just kind of play with it until it looks nice and blended. Okay, that's pretty good there. You can see the difference. And if you want, you could even take some off of the original sand if you want some of that popping through more. Another thing you could do is if you want this area over here to look smoother, I'm going to go ahead and merge and create a new one just in case I mess up. But what you can do is make a low opacity of this tan, and you could paint it over top, and that's just going to kind of give it a softer, smoother look to kind of blend that in instead of it looking so harsh and speckly. You can kind of see how that looks better already. You've still got the speckle, but it definitely looks softer and blends better to the blanket. I'm just kind of sampling some of these lighter colors, a low opacity. There we go. So you can decide if you like that speckled look or this kind of sandy look, but they both look pretty good. And then I had accidentally erased this grease, so I'm going to go put that back in there. There we go, the correction. Okay, so that's how you do it. You just use these different brushes on your brush tool. And then if you go down where the size is to these different speckled brushes, and then you use layer mask to delete what you don't need. Hope that helps. Bye.